welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. Welcome to another episode of Vlogmas Holiday Treat Edition. In today's video, we are making these Rice Krispie treats that have been dipped in melted candy melts and decorated with Christmas colors. If you're interested in seeing how I made them, stay tuned. Also, while you're here, don't forget to look down below, press that red subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. Here are some of the ingredients that we'll be using today. Up first, we have a box of Rice Krispie treats. Up next, we have a package of popsicle sticks. We have red and white candy melts. I also have a piping bag. I'm going to grab another one because we will be doing a drizzle effect on some of the Rice Krispie treats. Here I have some assorted sprinkles. Also not pictured is coconut oil. Once I melt each bag of the candy melts, I am going to add a tablespoon of coconut oil to each. And also I have some gold sugar crystals that I haven't shown you guys just yet, but you'll see it coming up shortly. So here I'm going to start by going through and unwrapping each of the Rice Krispie treats. Here I'm going in and I am placing a popsicle stick inside each of the Rice Krispie treats. So I'm starting with the red candy melts. Here I have created a double boiler. I have them sitting in a bowl on top of a pot. You can do this using a microwave. This is just my preferred way of doing it. So I'm going to continue to stir until all of my candy melts have melted. Once they have, that's when I went in and added the tablespoon of coconut oil. And so now that I have the coconut oil in, I'm going to stir until it's all completely dissolved. And then you see we have a nice silky smooth mixture here. So now we're going to move on to dipping 4 of our Rice Krispie treats into the red candy melts. So I've moved the candy melts into this cup. One reason being it's short and narrow, so it'll be easy to get more coverage on the crispy treats, and also it will help keep the candy melts warm. So I'm just dipping the Rice Krispie treats inside, and here I am shaking the excess chocolate off. I'll soon move on to tapping the stick up against the cup to again help get rid of any extra that we have on the crispy treats. So once I complete that, I'm going to carefully lay the Rice Krispie treat back down on the parchment paper, and then we'll move on to completing the Rice Krispie treats with the red candy melts. So now we're going to go in and add some of our sprinkles to the Rice Krispie treats. I'm going to start with the gold. Now I'm going to go in with some of the red and green sprinkles. If you remember earlier, I mentioned the piping bags that I'll be using to do the drizzle effect on some of the crispy treats. So I'm going to save these last 2 for that. So now we're going to move on to melting our white candy melts. Same process. I'm going to have it in the double boiler that I've created. I'll slowly mix everything together. Once it's completely melted, I will add the coconut oil to the mixture. Wait until that gets fully dissolved and we have a nice silky smooth mixture, and then we'll be ready to dip our other 4 Rice Krispie treats into the white. So after I complete this first one, I'm going to fast forward. Since you've already seen me dip the red ones, I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. So we're dipping it into the white. We're going to shake off any excess, tap it against the cup to help release any of that extra candy melt that we have on the Rice Krispie treats. And then we're going to lay it down and complete the other 3. So here I'm starting by adding the gold sprinkles, just like I did for the red one. Next, we'll be going in with the red and green sprinkles, just like we did for the second red one. And then we'll go in and we'll add our drizzle effect on the last 4. And this is where the gold sugar crystals that I mentioned earlier come into play. I will be sprinkling them on top of a couple of the Rice Krispie treats. So you'll see in the upcoming clip that I have some of the red candy melts in one piping bag and I have green in the other. So what I've done is taken some of the white candy melts, I've added some green gel color to it to make it green, and that's how I ended up with the green that we'll be using for the drizzle effect, even though you haven't seen any green candy melts prior to that point. So you just saw the red candy melts in the piping bag. Basically, I just added some of the candy melts to the piping bag. I snipped off the very tip of the bag, and that way I was able to squeeze and get this drizzle effect. So now that I've done the red, I'm going to repeat the same steps with the green. Since our last 2 crispy treats are already red, we're only going to drizzle green on them. Once we've done that, we're going to go through and add some of the gold sugar crystals on top. I'm going to repeat those same steps with this last crispy treat. Now that all of the crispy treats are done and the candy melts have solidified on them, I'm going to wrap them individually. I wanted to find some of the rectangular bags. I couldn't find any, so these bags I already had on deck at home. They're actually kind of shaped like piping bags, so I just decided to put them in with the popsicle stick first down at the pointy end and then tie a ribbon on top. So I'm going to go through, do that for each one. It did take me a while, so I'm going to skip part of it, come back at the very end. Y'all, I struggled trying to get this first ribbon on and have it centered. It was about to drive me crazy. It did get a little better the more I did, so I'm going to sit here and let you guys see me struggle through this first one, and then we'll come back at the very end to see the final finished product. All right, y'all, we have made it to the end of this video. Here we have our finished product, our holiday-inspired Rice Krispie treats. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about anything I've done, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. I will reply. Do not forget to subscribe. Remember, we are in the middle of Vlogmas Holiday Treat Edition, so be sure to come back and check out some more of my videos. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.